In the red, it's the Protoss. He's fighting for the Afrika Freaks. Wait, is he? Oh, shit. He's fighting for someone, right? I always forget. I'm still with the idea like, oh, well, Trappy has been teamless for a long time now. Am I going crazy? Afrika Freaks. Yeah, he is. I see. Not crazy. I shouldn't really believe. I should never doubt myself ever again. Anyway, Mr. Trap. Top right side, the blue Terran player fighting for... I think this is the good gaming, right? Yeah, he is. Alright. Dream. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, we got one singular probe. Already kind of checking out the woodworks. Checking out what is happening here. Trap is like the best TVP in the world, you think? Interesting. Interesting. It is pretty good. Trap is an absolute monstrosity. Best TVP. Wouldn't that be PVT, actually? Wouldn't that be PVT? I'm not sure if there's a difference there. Is there an actual linguistics kind of thing where you would have to say PVT instead of TVP if the player in question is actually the Protoss? There may be. There might be. Anyway, if there isn't, then I feel like there should be, so... That's funny. Whoever was observing this is doing the same thing I'm doing. It's not me that observed this, right? I hope it wasn't. Probably wasn't. They're doing a lot of the same things as I would do. Oh, oh well. Oh well. Guess it should be PvT, but don't know. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Alright, regardless, we got a starport on the way and a Stargate as well, so... Stargate's a little bit closer to finishing up. I think this probe is going to scout the starport. I have my suspicions. It's going to be able to find this. Look into my crystal ball, and that is the assumption I'm making here. Oh, the Marine's going to push him straight into there. Does he... Does he see? Okay, I don't think so. Alright, that's good. That is a good thing. We do have another probe coming around there, though. Is that a probe? No, that's an adept. Oh, 2 adepts will find this. I really like this starport location. That starport location is a place where you will be able to fly away pretty soon again. We'd assume that's just going to fly straight into the natural, huh? Oracle coming into the main base here. The adepts are trying their best to, well, deal damage. The Oracle's doing actual damage. Gonna just get himself into some of those Marines before they clump up too much. Medevac comes in. Two Hellions. It's just like, no, okay, guess not. Guess not, nothing happening there. Oracle as well on the other side. Looks like that is actually getting damage here. The Hellions, though, the Hellions, they are on fire here. 4 kills. I guess for 2 Hellions, you know, that's pretty good. It's fairly nice. Maybe able to get another 1 or 2. No, not happening. Shield battery, too good. Shield battery says no. Sometimes it's the computer that says no, but in these cases it's always the shield battery kind of being the guy that says no. It goes out very quickly though, right? With a single Hellion shot there onto all those probes. A lot of AoE damage actually does drain that shield battery very rapidly. Just something to consider. this could just be the end for Dream here, actually. Needs to get a repair going on that Cyclone. Does he manage to get it? Okay, yeah, the other air army units, they are not able to actually shoot the Cyclone, so... reasonable look on. And, okay, yeah, Dream does manage to keep everything afloat. Keeps that medevac alive as well. 4 workers do go down, putting at, well, Dream at a deficit of about 10 workers. 11 now, to be precise. Will vary a little bit in a moment again, of course, as the game does. Third base has been established by Trap, though. As well as some extra gateways being thrown about. Dream on the other side. Does he have a third base as well? Yes, he does. Okay, that is turning into an orbital right now. So he does have himself somewhat of a reasonable grasp on this game still. I'd like to see the Phoenixes here as well for Trap. Trap kind of just continuing onwards with the Phoenix. Regardless that, you know, usually you don't really continue Phoenix production this much. Especially off of the one Stargate that has been proxied. It's pretty cool to see that Trap's build here incorporates the idea of just, you know, if my Stargate is still allowed to produce, I will get myself a good amount of Phoenixes here. Can be very tanky against the Marines overall. As in the early part of the game, of course. Afterwards, it lopsides towards the Marine. Gets the Oracle. Phoenixes see the third base flying over as well. Very big deal. It's going to allow you to kind of, well, take that into account, of course. May want to decide to get himself a bit more greediness going, or actually try to pressure other places now, right? Because this third base on its own already means that the Terran will have to start defending even more of an area here. And that's exactly what Trap is going to try to make use of. Actually, will still just waltz right into this Terran army. Did not think that would happen, but oh my god, we do not have Stim yet. Okay, Stim only now finishing up, and that is a bit too late. The Marines trying the best to hold this off, and the Zealots actually being preoccupied by the SCVs. The SCVs doing an absolute banger job, kind of keeping everything alive there. Well, at least Marine-wise, but more and more Zealots are being warped in. A lot more extra stuff is coming in as well from that Stargate. Extra warp-ins, of course. Any lone barracks unit that does come into play here is immediately lifted up into the sky as the SCV wall of, well, the wall of safety here is slowly withering away. I think Trap may have done it, guys. I think he may have found himself a victory. GG is called. Very nice. I was not anticipating that one, actually, to happen that quickly. But, yeah. Alright, alright. Trap taking on Dream there in game number 1. Very nicely. Also, very cool to see him just kind of running up the ramp. And I was like, why is he going into the already pre-established Terran right there? And, well, apparently Dream didn't have Stim Pack yet. And that was a beautiful timing to hit that for Trap. Well, now, because of this, found himself on 1 game point. He's in the top right side. He's fighting for the Afrika Freaks. The blue Protoss. Trap. Bottom left side, red Terran player. Fighting for the good guy gamers guy group. He is a Dream. Guys and girls. Sorry, I should say that, shouldn't I? The good guys and girls gaming group. Good game gaming. Go, go. Good game gaming. It's a very difficult chant to get everyone to kind of go along with. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Go, go, good game gaming. It's not an incredibly hard one, but it's still there a little bit. It's all the G's. And to make it a bit more difficult. Now, what the hell is this little probe doing here? I see. Uh-huh. And he's out of there. Lovely. Great job. Oh, we're going for a Reaper first here, so the probe will have a nice little moment to dance around here. And with his own Nexus already on the way, this is turning into quite the ugly show. Delaying Dream quite heavily with his own command center. We're still following this probe, yes. Alright, we'll watch something else. Let's watch the Reaper coming into full vision. There he goes. Nothing here just quite yet. No shield battery either. Could be trouble for those probes. Ooh, Dream. Gotta be careful as well. Oh, wow. How did he keep that probe alive? How in the world did you do it, Trap? That is very impressive. Alright. Stargate's coming up. Of course, that should get scouted here by the Reaper. That's really no excuse allowed for him. He doesn't see it. Okay. Surprised he didn't. That seems like a Stargate place where... You should not be able to, right? You should not be able to put that Stargate just almost right next to the Reaper, and then the Reaper just doesn't see it. But apparently that is just exactly what happens, so... You will see it now, right? There's no way it's not... Okay, he didn't see it. Okay, well... He went the wrong way. It's going the wrong way. Okay, this time. I mean, it's not a difficult place to scout. Okay, no, he's gonna go for... Okay, he's dead. Yeah, does not see it still. Well, that's rough. Well then, at least he's got himself some Widow Mines, right? The Widow Mines should help, but then again, the Widow Mines here, they're gonna go up against the Phoenix, and the Phoenix on their own, pretty darn good against Widow Mines. Unless if the Widow Mines are already in the ground, but even then, the Phoenix does survive the single shot of the Widow Mine, and then you will just be able to pick it up, take it out, no problem whatsoever. Slowly but surely, just getting quite a bit of value there, right? 2 Phoenixes so far. Is he? Okay, yeah, he's putting all his Phoenixes on the opposite side of the map. Almost seems as if Trap wants to get himself in a bit of aggression here. There we go. 3 Adepts, of course, enough to one-shot the SCVs. What's that worth it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he got some Marines as well, right? Let's take a look. You know, probably not entirely, but it's not. It wasn't a horrendous trade either, right? Oh, here we go. Oh, never mind. Alright, well, Trap being trapped once more, just kind of ruining everybody's fun. Bit of mine. Oh, no. Alright. Man! He's too good at this game. Too good at this game. Anything else we gotta point out? Something you guys want to talk about in particular this game? Oh, look at that. Medevac. Oh, no. Okay. Doesn't survive. No survivors in this one. At least for one of the races, probably. Right? Usually all do get killed. Imagine if you would have to kill every single unit and every single structure in the game to actually get victory in StarCraft. where the opposing team would not just be able to tap out, say, alright, well, you beat us, GG, well played. Just impossible to do. This Phoenix is definitely getting some value. And they're out of there. Okay, now, what is the state of this game overall? We got solid worker count here for Dream. Dream on the 3 base, as well as Trap here on the 3 base. We do have Colossi out, but we're already having some Viking production here. I guess it's just a single Viking, though, to be fair. Just a single Viking. He's really on top of that micro, though. That is very cool to see. Oh, does get the Observer. Makes it more difficult for the Phoenixes to find and coordinate that onto their targets. Other than that, what else are we seeing here? I think that may be an attack. I think this may be an attack coming in. Yep, he's definitely still moving. Alright. And that's going to be the end of the attack. It's unfortunate, but that was a really good positioning there from Trap. Great force fields as well. Colossi there to take advantage of all those little tiny marines. And all of a sudden, Dream just will not have anywhere to go anymore. Except for with his tail tucked between his legs back home. To the safety of his own kind of production facilities here. Cool stuff. One thing I'd like to note as well is that we still don't have like a warp prism here for Trap. I suppose that is because he's only got the 3 gateways so far. But it's kind of interesting, right? I mean, if an opportunity does present itself here and for you to start attacking, which may have just been a moment ago, right? You want to have that warp prism so you can actually continue onwards with the attacking. There's just no way you ever want to attack as a Protoss without having either a warp prism or that proxy pylon somewhere in the neighborhood, right? Ah, it's very unfortunate, actually. I really hope he saw that. Okay, I think he saw that probe. Surprised he's still flying over, though. Nice. Maybe anticipating Trap to think like, oh, well, he's probably not going to do it, right? Okay. I guess this is a smart move. I like this. I like this by Dream. Not going to go for it that way anymore, anyway. What was this saying? What was this saying? Before all of that, I'm not even sure anymore. Well, let's talk about something else then. So we got... How many Phoenixes is this? 8 Phoenix. That's a pretty good count, right? I think that should, like, 2 shots a medevac. I think. If all the Phoenixes, of course, get to shoot. Alright, not in the extreme position this time around. The force field's still good, though, but not as amazing as they were the previous time. This is the real fight, actually, of course, as well, where the 4th base does get cancelled. Let's see if Dream will try to commit here. At least he's still posturing. He's still making it seem like he is. Might just be to provide an opportunity for the rest of his army to come in here from the other side. Realizing that the Protoss army is still relatively close by. Not a difficult map to protect those 3 bases on, of course, all 3 at once. Phoenixes do see the medevacs coming in, but not in time, or do they? Apparently they do. Will try to get themselves across here. Once again, Phoenixes will have to try and deal with that. Just kind of stay in the area. Make sure that the medevacs don't get clear passage towards the main base. Now we got a 4th base on the way for Dream, as well as for Trap, and Dream actually gonna be ahead in the bases. He's ahead in the worker count. He's got himself a good army supply here. Upgrades are kind of similar. Guys, I'm really digging where Dream managed to get this game towards. And I think Dream has a pretty okay late game TVP as well, so I wouldn't be too surprised if he does manage to, you know, get himself there. And if he does get himself in that late game, maybe take it if this keeps going like this. We'll be able to come in here again. Great drag from the Phoenixes into the bio there. Some friendly fire on the Widow Mines. Always good to see. Still think Dream's doing a good job here, by the way. Getting himself some of those zealots. Kablam, kablam, kablam. Getting the Archon as well. Great EMPs. A lot of value here as the kiting continues. Definitely Trap, as you can see clearly, struggling to kind of get his, you know, grasp around the neck of the army there of Dream. Oh, he doesn't have drilling claws. Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah, getting one probe, right? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Ain't bad. Something you don't see all that often, right? Defensive pickups with the medevac, just to get his units, your units on by a little bit quicker. Unless if it's like one Doom drop going into the main base and then another Doom drop needs to kind of follow and give chase. That's also relatively close by, but other than that, I don't see it all too often. Army here for Dream, a little bit caught unaware. Clearly he was not ready. No, there we go. Finally, some EMPs are coming into land, but the Zealots and the Archons already on their own, making this a very difficult battle. More bio units coming in from behind, but that is just not enough, especially on that ramp with the Colossi. There's the guard of the back line. We'll be able to keep the backside of the Stalkers safe. 19 workers do fall, and Trap definitely dealt quite a devastating blow here, but it will come at the cost of most of his army. He's still doing it though. He's still managing to push on through. Another warp in comes in, and that's why that warp prism is so important. Look at the value. All those zealots, they weren't there a moment ago. Well, now they are. They are ready to start crushing once again. Keep the Colossi safe. Good amount of medevacs will fly over across. And Trap here. Does he continue onwards, or will he try to intercept those medevacs? That's a good question here. Does he even know about those medevacs, actually? I don't think he does. Where's the army composition of Dream? There it is. The Marines and the Marauders in the main base, now coming down to the natural. Perhaps going to have to try and get that fight going here. A drop for Dream also, of course, on this 4th base. But he himself is only on 3, so trading base for base, not the best option. Disruptor does get picked off before the shot lands, but I mean, already taking as much damage from all the other Protoss units as he would have taken from the Disruptor shot as well, perhaps. Actually, that's a lie, clearly. Nothing ever does any amount of damage as the Disruptor can do. Unthinkable. Well, Dream definitely getting some work done if he does manage to stabilize here. I don't think he will, though. That is the problem. He still has the base mining, but then again, so does Trap. Dream trying to just get on top of all the probes. If I was him, I would try to start targeting down pylons here. Maybe the Nexus first, actually. Right? Nexus. Not allow any type of recall to take place. And then just target down pylons here. It's not really targeting down anything. Okay, there we go. Now goes for the Nexus. Guess there's no energy on this one anyway, so recall not going to happen. I mean, Trap does have a much better army here. That's the big problem. Dream is more mobile though, right? I mean, he will be able to just pick up and leave at some point. Worker count somewhat similar, right? Just the economic side of things with the mules invested here for Dream as well. Should kind of make up for this fact. Is Dream hoping to get his opponent to push into this little choke here, maybe? Does do a stim, so Suppose he is. He's now coming down the ramp, actually. Maybe a little bit too fond of trying to get to know that Stalker army downstairs. He's going to have to pick up, I think. Okay, no, can keep going. I mean, the more buildings you manage to destroy here, the better it is. Because I think the way he wants to play this right now is just try to win the base trade. Win by destroying buildings instead of just trying to take on the army. A very weird game here. Did +3 and... Oh yeah, look at that. +3 weapons attack for both these players, though, to be fair. There goes the Templar Archive, so no more Archons. Oh, I like that as well. That's very smart, I think. Wait, was that even happening? I thought he was trying to push the Bioforces into the medevacs and then have Stalkers over here trying to intercept as the medevacs are flying away. But we'll just come in here straight through the front. Not quite getting what he's looking for. Let's see, what are the production facilities doing for both of these players? We're back up to 16 workers. For Dream Trap, he's still trying to reclaim his production facilities overall. I mean, it's a very rare sight to see. Somebody on 500 bank here. When they need every bit of money invested into other units. And it's only on 16 workers. Alright, that is all because of all those pylons getting destroyed by Dream. Great target fire. Really crippling Trap here for quite a while. And now all of a sudden the army supplies, have we seen that for a while? Well, at least I haven't mentioned it for a while. 31 for Trap, 73 for Dream. Because he has been able to continue onwards with his ambitious production of barracks, factories, all that stuff flying absolutely nearly everywhere. And even reclaiming some of those bases, right, with a new command center. I think it's this one, maybe. So yeah, he's got more mining now. By about a 3-fold amount. If there was that many workers as well, to be fair. And he's got the better army now. Got a bit dicey for Dream in the end. I did personally think, actually, that he may have overextended a little bit and was going to go down here. But not the case. Not the case at all. Alright. What's this? Oh, DTs. Oh, nice. DT pressure. It's a very smart way to try and win these types of scenarios. DTs can make life a living hell. Literally. Ooh, this is a good little interception, but there are the rest of the Marines. Careful of the Colossi. Colossi would love to chomp away at those Marines. EMP can deal with Marines, and he still has missile turrets everywhere as well. He must have another engineering base somewhere. Right? Yeah, there's still one engineering bay remaining. He's got scans. He is looking pretty good. The problem is, though, of course, to have actual units to shoot the DT. And therein lies the problem. Another fight happening here on the left side. There's a lot of Marines just kind of melting towards the Colossi, but now on the back side as well, there's another big Terran army. And that is going to be it. That is all that Trap has. GG is called. Dream ties up the series. Lovely. Lovely stuff. It's a 1-1. I'm going to bring us into the third game right here. Alex, come on, buddy. Come on, it's got to be close, right? Can't just hope for one player to win everything without any difficulty. We want to see some struggle here now and again. Alright. Feel like he really did just barely manage to let victory slip through his toes. It's the red Protoss player in the bottom right side for the Afrika Freaks. Trap. The freaky men. In the top left side, we got the gamers of gaming. The guys and the girls. Good game gaming. Dream. Guess he's not guys and girls. He's not a plural of multiple things here. That would be a weird thing. He is Dream, and he is a part of that whole ensemble, though. So, in a way, you know what, he is, but at the same time, he's not the entire thing, right? I hope that makes sense. Racket something? No, that's just this is just series after series. If you want to see what series we're watching in total, that is this one. Alright, little Probikins will try his luck once more, and blocking the command center is gonna be, you know, a little bit effective here, unfortunately. Dream did have enough money to plop it down, but just barely didn't really manage to do so. Probe was already in the area, and now the probe, ooh, that probe will go down. Lovely bit of micro there from Dream, keeping the Marine hidden for as long as possible. So that probe just keeps going further and further towards his doom, his inevitable demise. And with that Marine, of course, you have to keep in mind there won't be a Reaper. At least not as quickly as you would normally. And I'm seeing a reactor also coming out, so I would assume that is not going to happen. So yeah, it's up to the SCV now to get the scout off. We'll have to keep an eye out on how else he wants to try and get that scouting information, of course. Whether it is through scan, whether it is through some sort of an harassment with a good amount of bio. It's up to him. Single Hellion sometimes helps as well. Or maybe, you know what, just try to play defensively here with a ton of Marines as you go for 3CC, right? Who needs scouting when you got Marines? That's the logical conclusion here for any Terran to draw away from this match so far. Oh, there's already an adapt as well, actually, here. Managed to get out. 2 adapts now. Oh, look at that! Wow! That's some very nice micro. Holy moly. Trap! That was really good. No overall winner, just matches. That's right. That is right. Couple of gateways. As well as the Twilight Council. After the Stargate provided a oracle to the world. Oh, no. The Marine on top of the supply depot there couldn't quite lift it. Otherwise, this would have been a much easier cleanup right now. With the Oracle coming in as well, actually, that could be even more trouble. But more Marines also joining in, and we'll be able to keep this at bay. 2 SCVs and the Mule got shot, but the Mule already was kind of low anyway, right? So, not the worst thing. Third base for Trap. Of course, that third base for Dream already done. Nice little warp-in pylon here, right behind the mineral patches. Could come in useful at a later point in time. Very hard to scout that one as well, actually. This Marine's desperate to get back home again. Would be nice to have that bunker right now, huh, boys? Alright, I do manage to get there. Blink was not red yeti. Otherwise, that could have been quite a devastating loss, of course. Losing that amount of Marines. Oof. It's not something easy to recover from. As Trap will just be able to start pummeling away with all those Blink Stalkers here. We do have Stim, I believe. Yeah, Stim is ready. No combat shields yet, though. No +1 attack either. Here we go. Silence for Trap trying to make the shot happen here. He's going to be able to get the bunker down. No, he's just going to leave. Is he just going to leave? No, he's going to try something else here. Blinking across an area where you don't have to necessarily blink. But I guess he just doesn't want to blink into the main base either, right? That would kind of make it difficult for him to get out. Nice micro here. Gets a couple of Marines, gets the SCV as well. I think killing the Marines is probably more important overall than killing the SCVs. Right. You know what, actually? I think Trap just never managed to get enough damage done here, right? Did he? How many Marines? 12 of them. You know, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. But the Balv Bio still has grown exponentially and does seem like it will not just be trifled by a loose goose band of Stalkers here. It's just not going to be able to do much about this anymore. Like smaller Marine numbers, no problem. No worries whatsoever. They will be able to deal with those, but other than that, going to be quite difficult. Okay, getting a bit uppity now. I mean, Storm is not ready yet, so this could be a great opportunity for Dream to actually make something happen. He's going to start spreading out his units, come from 2 angles here. It's a good strategy in case to, well, kind of avoid the lethal DPS of the AoE of the Protoss. Especially in Romanticide, of course. It's quite a lot of tight squeezes here in order to make an attack work. Does come in a little bit slow on the top side. That is gonna, you know what, already be met with a lot of Zealots here. There's the Storm now finally, and that is what we talk about. Those little tiny squeeze points. Making life extremely difficult for the Marines and the Marauders to actually get themselves into the battle. And out of the Storm. Moving further and further forwards now are the Stalkers, though, as the Widowmine's no longer providing any type of cover. The Zealots are, though, of course, tanking most of the damage. And yeah, that's going to be enough here for Trap to start trying to push his luck. I'm not sure if he should continue moving forwards, though. Looking at that army supply, it is awfully frightening for him. Oh, that's a nice one. There we go, High Templar. I was like, oh, that's a shame he didn't get the Zealot. And then it's like, oh, wait, a Stalker, though. And then it's like, oh, he didn't get the Stalker. And then it's like, oh, a High Templar. Things are just getting better and better here. Okay, a big scan trying to ensure that this is not being spotted by a observer. And that is going to be the ticket for him out of that location. Gonna start setting up shop. He's moving in with a couple of marauders here as well. Oh, that's smart also. Looking to try and take out some spotter pylons here. There's another one though with a spotter probe as well. So not out of the woodworks just quite yet. Is gonna fly through here. As the probe is actually busy doing that. Making a nexus here. So... and does get taken out, or at least forced to be cancelled. One more storm. Should be able to get both of those Wither Mines. He's just going to send in a Zealot instead. Sure. Doesn't have that much energy anyway, right? Needs to... well, actually, he has got, like, what? Two good storms here. That's about it, though. Ooh, that's a good one. That's one less storm. Drop the full Medivacs, actually preoccupying a lot of those Stalkers here. Another storm does land. Not the most amazing one. The Medivacs really having a good time here, just healing away at all those bio units. And Trappist forces are struggling to try and make mincemeat out of the few units that do still remain here because of it. But now finally having the DPS to kind of keep pushing forwards. Are those Stalkers still here? Yes, they are. Tough luck indeed for those Medivacs. They are going to have a difficulty getting themselves out of there. Nope, actually, we'll be able to just move on towards the top side. I thought this part of the army would also try to intercept the Medivacs there, but not quite happening. So yeah, Dream does manage to unload all of these forces. Will it be enough though? Because, well, he's going to lose all of them still, regardless. Bit of the pity prize, right? The participation trophy that he didn't lose them for free. Careful. That's a lot of Wither Mines not going off before they do get destroyed. EMP still landing here and there as well. This is quite a rough battle. It's slowly turning into Trap's favor. I do think he has the upper hand, but needs to watch out that he does not just get EMP'd on top of those High Templar. Ooh, or just walk into Wither Mines, of course. It's not a quick way to certain death. That is so brave. That is one of the bravest things I've ever seen anyone do in StarCraft 2. It's like, oh wait, the entire Protoss army is in my front, on my front porch. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? 4 Medivacs filled with pretty much 75% of all my forces. Let's send them across the map. Send them across the map. Let's just go around. Maybe a sign as well that Dream was not all that confident that he is going to hold here. So maybe trying to initiate a bit of a base trade. Force Trap to move backwards. Realizing he's going to take damage and then just trying to ensure that at least if he is going to take damage, he'll be able to return some of that damage also. Needs this Protoss force to move a little bit further forward. There we go. The Wither Mines now participating as well. The Army for Dream looking a bit better in this situation, isn't it? 63 army supplies still remaining. 42 here for Trap. As Trap is losing most of his valuable units here on the other side of the map. Just a couple of Stalkers left over. As his production once again shut down. And this is similar as to how he died the previous time. Just by not having the production anymore. Dream needs to be careful. Don't send in those units one at a time. Okay, here we go. We'll be able to group everything up. Nice spreading of the Marauders and the Ghost. Oh my god, there's no extended thermal lance. How can there not be extended thermal lance here? Trap! How long has that been depowered for? It's not that long. That feels ridiculous to me. I know it's, well, it's 14 minutes in the game. You should have extended thermal lance. I mean, we have seen these Colossi taking part of the battles for a long time as well, right? How many have died already? 4 of them. They've been around for a while, guys. They have been around for a while, and to be fair, I'm a bit embarrassed that I never really picked up on this fact that we don't have extended thermal lance, but that is, it's a rough way to lose a game, perhaps. Potentially, right? Moving in on the left side once more. Starting up that DT shrine. Is it a sense of desperation, or Is it a sense of just tactical brilliance here starting to take root? Protoss army once again in full effect. There comes the Widow Mine cavalry. We'll try to set up shop. There we go. Extended Tomolans Colossi, of course, should make short work of any type of Widow Mine presence, but as long as they have an observer there as well, of course. I'm not sure. Does he have observers? He's got one of them. Where is it, you ask? It's over here. It's in the middle of the map. Not doing much of anything. Well, I guess it's seeing the Terran army now, so that's a good thing. Alright, nice little feedback there. Good storm as well, taking out a reasonable portion of the Terran army. Army supplies once more quite close together. Great EMPs though. Is that going to be enough? Do we have to spread from Dream, or will Dream keep this unit clumped up? That's the main question on my mind right now. I think if he actually just started spreading out there, get a good concave, very well could have held that area, but I mean, just 2 sweeps from those Colossi when you're not prepared for it can be the end of a fight, right? Can make or break a battle for you. Planetary Fortress goes down. Immortals not messing around with that DPS, of course, onto those structures. Moving forwards. There we go. That is the nice concave from our Terran player. That's what we need right now. That is what he's looking for. Trap seems desperate to try and force a fight, but is nicely pulling backwards when he needs to. Just slowly whittling away the Terran army. He has all the time in the world. He's like, alright, it's okay. You just, you just do you. I'll try to poke away at you from a distance. As soon as you try to move in again, that's when he moves back. That's when all those Marauders stock up onto one another once more, and life becomes a living hell for them as they all burn in a single swipe fury. Great little bits of micro here coming out of Trap, making it difficult for Dream to actually do anything, and now it looks like Trap committed, quite comfortable, will not lose this one. There it is. GG is called. Dream losing game number 3. Okay. That means we're going to go into game number 4. Game number 4 played on Lightshade. Lightshade, a shorter map, smaller map. Let's see if it will actually be shorter. On match points, we got ourselves a blue Protoss here, fighting for the Afrikians. Mr. Trap. And in the top left side, the red Terran fighting for the good Gamerarians. He is Dream. That sounds a bit weird. The good Gameranians. It's almost like I'm talking about an entire race of Moranians that are supposedly gay. I'm not even sure what Moranians are. I don't think they are an actual thing. But apparently... maybe they're unisex, right? Would that, if your species is a unisex species, would that make the entire species heterosexual, or would that be homosexual? I'm not sure. Or both at the same time. What would happen then? Our entire social construct just immediately falls apart, doesn't it? It really does. We'd have no idea what we're up against at moment in time. What's happening? Anyway, regardless, probably not the best subject here for me right now. Still interesting questions, of course, that do need to be answered. Looks like Sushi is at least enjoying the debate. Thank you for all those on fires, though. Appreciate it, buddy. You know what? I still got some on fires also. Let me use those. There we go. Yeah, that should get us to the front page, right? That should get us to the front page. that won't, I don't know what will. What are we watching? What are we watching? SCVs. Okay, he's running. Little pro beacons. Starting up the proxy pylon. That is looking like a... You know what? This could be anything, right? This could be a gateway. This could be a Stargate. We got a Cybercore. Could be a Robo as well. Okay, this is going to be the Stargate. Immediately scouted, though. SCV, not messing around. Will come in. Get a clean look at what is going on. Now it's going to look for whether or not there's extra pylons here being built, I suppose, right? Right, Mr. SCV? No, is he going to proxy something himself here? Huh. It would be a very weird game. It would be an extremely weird game. Okay, he's just coming back around, hoping to see what's being constructed from that Stargate. So that's what he's doing. Imagine if the counter against the proxy Stargate is just build another barracks out and about somewhere on the map. Get enough units out there to start a flanking force. It'd be such a weird game if that was the case. It'd be fun though, right? It would be fun, I think. Was that still hit? Yeah, it's still hit. Still a bit of a burn. Did the SCV now see that there's an Oracle on the way? I think, no, actually, it never did. Alright, so that's a shame. SCV not living up to his name. So the Oracle now will try to take care of the Marines. Together with the Adapts doing a good job here. Needs to be a bit careful, but, well, should be able to get all of these. Right? Oh, that's a Viking now. Trying to escape the Viking, will not be able to do so, and it's going to be that for that bit of aggression here. Unless if we have more things in the way. Yes, we do. Another Oracle. But still, I mean, if there's a Viking there, I don't think you want to just run in immediately. Also a Cyclone, of course, available. Dream more than ready for even two Oracles at this moment in time, huh? Oh, I like this. Needs to get the lock onto the Phoenix. There we go. I guess he got one shot off. Fair enough. Oracle's still pretty good against Marines, especially without the combat shield. Now Stalkers come in here as well. Did Dream just overcommit as he's trying to take out this proxy? I think he may have. He still has 14 army supply overall, but that was a lot of units that he just lost. That's a lot of units that he just lost. Guess that's the price you pay for trying to take care of that proxy too quickly. One single Viking here, landing in the probe line, gets 2 probes. A weird sight indeed, a rare one to add as well. As what is Trap doing? Twilight and Forge. Alright. 3rd base. Okay. I'm anticipating he's going to get himself the charge upgrade here. That's what I'm thinking. Unless if we... Well, we got 3 Stalkers already. Could be the Blink also, right? Blink's still pretty good in this situation. I mean, it's kind of similar to what we saw the previous time. Him trying to do some Blink aggression after the Stargate. Didn't quite work that one game on... What's it? Romanticide? Yeah, Romanticide. I suppose he still won Romanticide, but didn't really feel like it was off of the back of a great bit of Stalker harassment, right? Okay, it does go for the charge upgrade, by the way. The Zealot legs. The Zealot legs. There's another gateway being warped in next to that proxy Stargate, so somewhat anticipating a Zealot attack coming in here with those 6 extra gateways as well being warped. Templar Archives. The one odd one out here. I suppose he just wants to get himself a couple of Archons in order to tank some damage here also. do some splash against those Mariners. It's always a nice thing, right? And always a good thing. I could try to go for a siege tank here, perhaps. Will not try, though. I mean, the higher HP these Phoenixes are, the better it's going to be for the attack that will be coming in here. I think onto the third base, right? I would assume there's going to be an attack. It's going to make sense as how Trap is setting up the infrastructure and what kind of technology route he's going down. Dream, he's spending a lot of money on upgrades right now. He's got a lot of them about to complete. But if this attack comes in before all these upgrades are ready, that on its own could be a GG factor. Doesn't look like it will be the case. Okay, every single one of those upgrades will complete, it would appear. Either just barely before the fight or just as the fight has started. If there even is a fight now. I'm starting to wonder if he's ever going to try to push out here. Maybe he's just waiting for Dream to push out and then he's going to go. Okay, there we go. We'll get on top of all these siege tanks. The siege tanks fairly unprotected actually by the Marines. The Marines forced to try and kite away from those zealots, of course. Not allowed to stand still. That is not the way you can play that. And that is going to be the end of all the siege tanks. And now, Trap with a pretty darn good, nice, successful bit of damage. Good bit of aggression. Finding himself a lot of value. Would love to see Zealots coming in from the left as well as from the right. But Trap will just come in straight through the middle. Archons, if they get those Archons on top of the Marines, of course, that on its own already absolutely fantastic. A force field's helping out there a little bit to try and procure the extra kills, but not managing to make it happen here. There's the force fields once again, trying to make full use of the Zealots and the Archon army composition. I think another mine drag, perhaps from the Phoenixes into the bio there happening as well. Trap really, really bloody good at doing that exact thing. Now 2 Archons on the SCV line, and that is absolute carnage. You think Zerglings are banned against Archons? Well, you just wait until you see the workers against Archons. It's even worse. Well, a lot worse, actually, some might say. Oh, well, those Widowmines getting too high Templar. That is good. But this is still a lot of trouble here. Still Dream with a lot of dookie on his shoe. Yeah. Quite a bit of dog turd still hanging from the heel of his shoe. And I'll have to try and scrape it off here. In order not to just plummet down in a spiral of getting shot by Protoss units, I suppose. Widowmine drops, I kind of like that, you know, may be able to get some sort of pressure across the board, may be able to get some probe kills as well, but seeing your cannon there, seeing this, well, High Templar and Zealots already set up on this location, they may run away, but I don't think they will. Yeah, Trap seems fairly happy, basically, with what he did, right? So far, we see him sitting backwards. He's getting upgrades. He's most likely looking into new tech trees that he could go down to as well. He's not all that fussed about his little outpost of structures there anymore. Oh, is he still going to commit here? Okay, well, I was not anticipating this, though. He will once again come out to play with his mostly Zealot army. Has got some Immortals in this composition now as well, if I'm not mistaken. Where are those Immortals? I guess they are still in production. Widowmine shots. Widowmines, come on, do something. Oh, this could be big. This could be big. This could be... Oh, that's one of the biggest Widowmine shots I've ever seen. Does it matter, though? Does it matter, though? I don't think it does. Unfortunately for Dream, I don't think that it does. He's kind of holding on here, but... Well, he lost 13 workers as well. He already was at a worker deficit. He was already losing more workers, more workers and thus less income. Makes a lot of sense, right? You guys don't need me to explain how that works. But, yeah, it's an important thing that's happening here in this game. Dream just taking a lot of beating here on that third base, losing a lot of workers over and over again. I mean, he lost 37 SCVs in general. Definitely quite the rough thing indeed. Alright, Planetary Fortress here, starting to set up shop. Will that be attacked before it actually manages to start shooting? Start defending itself? Could happen. Stalker Zealots all on top of this. Oh, I love that Warp Prism coming in from the backside, anticipating the army movement. And then trying to abuse the army movement. Maybe Dream not paying as much attention as he should. And getting some lovely storms in order to stop that army advancement. Buy himself more time as well at the same time as just dealing a boatload of damage, of course, against those bioforces. Very cool stuff there for Trap. Trap now will just start chasing down more units after taking out that base. He's got himself a 5th base on the way. It's already done, actually. It's already mining. I think we're approaching the GG here, guys. Fairly certain that we are. Vikings do get the Warp Prism. That's a good thing, but I guess he's once again just barely holding on. But to be fair, he needs to get something done right the heck now. He needs to take all of his army units, every single one of them, needs to go across the map. He knows this as well. He's going to bring the SCVs. The SCVs, a final attempt at victory here. 72 army supplies. Pretty darn strong against only, well, 36. However, there are shield batteries here. There's still a lot of bank, and there's a lot of gateways. 10, in fact, that are just going to keep warping in units here, of course. Ah, great storms also, getting rid of the meat shields of those SCVs, and that is Dream trying his hardest, trying to push on through. Shield battery overcharge not really being utilized there at all, actually. The Bioforces, they still are strong, they're still going. How many more Warpins can they survive? They need to take out a good amount of bases here, right? They need to take out at least 2. That's a bare minimum. And also kind of bring this game in a playable situation. Trap doesn't even want to lose a single one. Oh, those Widow Mines, the friendly fire Palooza. That is quite a rough one. More Zealots being warped in as well. The Widow Mines once more kind of burrowing. Nice splitting on those Archons there. Quite impressive. Actually, with the Widow Mines taking out the Archons, still 64 army supply strong here for Dream. I'm still surprised Trap is trying to defend this base. He is allowed to lose it. Maybe he just doesn't feel like he has to lose it. You know, it's only ultimate victory. There's no in-between. We don't just want a barely victory. That's not cool. That's not nice. He's holding on. Army supply for Dream is starting to dwindle here. So he just doesn't have the money to continue onwards with that production. Widow Mines have been cleaned up now as well. And the Colossi, I mean, once more, just for show, really. Not getting extended Tomolance once more. Trap. I don't think Trap thinks extended Tomolance is necessary, guys. I don't think he needs it either, though, to be fair. Well, maybe he does. That's a lot of Marauders, actually. Nice target fire there. Trap. Oh, really? Hold on. Just a little bit more. Pushing back and forth. Man, this is like a... There we go. That was the Kamehameha versus the Gallic Gun, if I've ever seen it. GG. GG. Dream there, giving a little bit... Apparently, Dream saying, the mines. The mines. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the mines. They definitely dealt some friendly fire there, making it a bit